We're hearing from New Mexico's top cop after the so-called DWI king with New Mexico State Police was placed on leave, named in connection to the decades-long DWI corruption scandal. KRQE investigative reporter Gabrielle Burkhardt sat down with State Police Chief Troy Weisler to ask him how he's handling the investigation of his own department. Gabby?
Chief Weisler tells me State Police has now launched an internal affairs investigation looking for any red flags that officers could have been involved in the corruption scandal to get DWI cases dismissed. But so far, only one state police sergeant is on their radar.
I've been doing this a long time, so you think that you've seen it all, but then something like this happens and you realize that you haven't. I was shocked and dismayed.
One of New Mexico State Police Chief Troy Weisler's top cops when it comes to cracking down on drunk driving is now implicated in a long-running DWI corruption scheme. Sergeant Toby Lefebvre joined State Police in 2002, working in the DWI unit from 2017 to 2022, handling well over 100 DWI arrests per year.
We don't look for people to tell us thank you or the recognition that we do get at times. It is nice to get it, though.
Over the years, Lefebvre has been the face of the state's End DWI campaign. Named Officer of the Year by Mothers Against Drunk Driving twice, Officer of the Year in 2012, and featured in our newscast in several high-profile DWI cases. But last week, Lefebvre was placed on leave and put on notice. He is now under investigation. Chief Weisler says it was the feds who put Lefebvre on his radar.
We had a couple of particular cases of Sergeant Lefebvre that we were looking at more closely, and then we also received some additional information from the FBI that led to him being put on admin leave last week.
Weisler says his internal affairs team is doing their own analysis of officers who had DWI cases overlap with the now former defense attorney Thomas Clear III, the self-proclaimed leader of the DWI corruption scheme going back to at least 1995, who recently pled guilty to RICO conspiracy in federal court. Clear admitted to working with officers from APD, BCSO, and state police. KRQE went through court records and found that since 2014, Lefebvre had at least 27 DWI cases with Clear representing the accused drunk drivers. 41% of those cases got dismissed. The Bernalillo County District Attorney's Office recently placed Lefebvre on its Giglio list, meaning Lefebvre is no longer considered credible in court. As a result of that, the DA's office says it was forced to drop an additional 22 pending DWI cases.
First off, I want to apologize for it happening, or for this even be a suggestion that it happened. Obviously, we'll have to go through the whole process and see what turns out on the other side, but you know, we will be working day in and day out to regain the trust of the community.
From 2016 to now, Sergeant Lefebvre has handled nearly 800 DWI arrests. Chief Weisler says part of his difficulty is that federal investigators have more access to information than he does, but the chief says he won't wait for the feds to complete their criminal case to continue with the state police internal probe. Back to you.
All right, Gabby, thank you. The chief says there is no timeline on how long that internal investigation might take.